Cheesesteak sliders for Super Bowl Sunday, always. Let me show you how I do it. Okay, so to start off, you already know avocado oil in the pan. And I have a whole small onion here and half of a small green bell pepper that I just chopped up really finely as I can get it. And I just sliced them like that. I have my pan on medium high. I'm just gonna cook these peppers and onions in some salt and pepper. I'm gonna throw a cube of garlic in there. And then I'm gonna bump it up to high because I want the onions to get a little bit of color. I'm gonna throw a nice big tablespoon of butter in there. That's also gonna help with the browning. If you have a cast iron skillet or a flat top, even better. Make it in that for sure. So I removed my onions and you got all that flavor now in the pan. I don't wanna hear nothing. I'm using these. You could use whatever steak that you want. I'm gonna use these, okay? I just feel like they give me more of that cheesesteaky vibe, you know what I mean? But you do what you want in your kitchen. All right, so let's season this up. Salt, take it easy on the salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and some adobo. You don't have to use this. You can just do salt and pepper if you want to, but hello? I have this on high. This is gonna cook really quickly. In the meantime, I sliced my Hawaiian rolls in half and I put them in the oven on 375 just for a few minutes so they can get a little bit toasty because I had them in the fridge. They need a little bit of time to kind of come back to life, you know? I'm gonna let that keep cooking because I want it to get nice and brown. I am draining out a little bit of that extra grease that's at the bottom of the pan. I just don't like it to be too greasy, you know what I mean? Some of my pieces are starting to get that nice char, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my peppers and onions back in here. Look at that nice color they got. I'm gonna taste for salt, a little bit more. You can always add salt, but once it's in there, you can't take it out. Now, let's not get this twisted. This is not a Philly cheesesteak by any means. If you're a New Yorker, you know this is probably closer to those cheesesteaks that you get in the corner store. I don't care. This might get my New Yorker card revoked, but I prefer a cheesesteak over a chopped cheese. I'm sorry, I just do. Chopped cheese is good. Don't get me wrong, but just love me a good cheesesteak. You could put more mayonnaise, less mayonnaise, whatever you want. My steak on. You could use any kind of cheese that you want to for this. I have some leftover Munster here that I have to get rid of, so I don't like to keep like the fresh deli cheese in my fridge for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and use whatever I have left of this. Then if you have American cheese, you could use that too. I just have this shredded Mexican blend cheese that I'm gonna use because it's what I have in the fridge. Top her back up. Clean up the tray. Now you can leave it just as is. I have some melted butter here with some Italian seasoning and some garlic powder, and I'm gonna brush that on. Now I'm gonna put this in a 375-degree oven for just a couple of minutes until the cheese gets all melty and the top of the bread gets nice and toasty. Ooh, look at that. She's hot, but I want to sacrifice my fingers for you guys. You know what I mean? Even the pan is so hot. I be bugging. Let's cut this corner right here. Oh, yes. We're gonna taste this one because I've already done burned my fingers for it. So let's go. Oh my God. Wow. Trust me. You'll understand why this is a Super Bowl Sunday staple in our house once you've tried it. So good.